What's up YouTube, Happy Dueling. We're here with Tom, and Tom has brought Ritual Beast back to 2018. It started off with a budget deck tournament with £50 or less, and he won that. He then brought it to our locals where we again played a little bit more fun, but there were some competitive decks there, and again he came first. So Tom, take us through your Ritual Beast, because you probably know it better than anyone, and then if there's any little texts or tips you've got, then let us know.
Cool. So, main thing that's changed with Ritual Beast since it was relevant before was that we now have a Link Monster, and we also have 3 Winder, which is like your floater and now pretty much your win con of your deck. If she dies by battle, when it's card effect, you can float a Ritual Beast from extra deck on main deck to the field. So it gets you basically any piece, and it can make a bit over stuff, which is really handy. So that's what's new for that. Other things we now play is going to be 3 Elder, who's your additional normal summon. Kind of want to play 3 just so you can get to the Link easier. 2 Wen, to bring back from the banished pile. 1 Zephyr, 1 Lara. The only reason you play Zephyr is because it's a different name. You would like not to play it, just because it's a pendulum, so if it dies it goes to the extra deck. There's no way of getting it back. But we play it because it's another name. For the beasts, play 3 Cannahawk, which is your gold sark, 2 Repelio, which is your attack boosts, 2 Rampengu, who's sort of like a foolish burial, and also banishes a Ritual Beast from extra, so he's really good to start combering off with the Link. 1 Petal Fin, who's not great, but he can come up sometimes for like just problem removals by banishing a Ritual Beast from hand and then bouncing a card. Hand traps, don't play too many. 2 Ash, 2 Ogre. We can play E-Telly so we can get this from the deck to field, which is kind of handy. But yeah. Spell cards, triple gold sark. This basically just becomes any Ritual Beast name that you want. Take it from deck. So if you've got like the Wen to bring something back, you can then revive it or whatever, which is quite good. But it's also just a piece to get your combo started as well, which is nice. 2 Desires, draw power obviously. 1 Oz, 1 Regeki, and 1 E-Telly. E-Telly just to get more or less any level 3 or lower tamer, and Ghost Ogre if you need it. Trap cards are Triple Steeds, Triple Ambush, these are the ones that you search with the Ritual Beast to make your deck work, Triple Solemn Strike, and Double Torrential Tribute. I just thought these were the best traps to play apart from the Ritual Beast ones, just because Strike can stop either whole summons or just like necessary effects or whatever. Hand traps don't really hurt this deck too much because it dodges around a lot, and Torrential is just sort of the biggest like board clear, so I thought that would just be a really handy trap to have. And then extra deck, we've got 1 Cannahawk, which for some reason is still at 1, but he's like a Surger and gets some pieces going, so he's probably the best card in the extra. You've now got Ulti Pelio at 1, now we've got the Link, we don't need to play 2 of this, 1 is fine. Usually you'll just make him by either crashing, by either crashing in Winder, or you can make him a lot easier with the Link now, but usually you'll just crash Winder to summon him. 2 Petal Fin, you don't need more than 2, and then 3 Pelio, just because this is the one that you want to send, or banish with Rampengu to get the Pelio into graveyard. And he's probably the one that you want to make the most just to tag out, because he doesn't really do too much, and you can afford to lose him if the opponent has a trap. Links, we play 2 of the new one. This is really good, so if you don't know what it does, once per turn you can banish a Ritual Beast from graveyard, which is already good because you're starting to fill up your banished and manipulate your graveyard and banished, and you get an additional normal summon of a Ritual Beast, which is really good because you can get another tamer out or just another beast out and keep doing your plays. Whatever it points to, gain 600 attack, so with combining with a Pelio, your Ritual Beasts get really beefy, which is really good, and he's got the extra deck effect of tagging out and summoning a Tamer and a Ritual Beast back from the banished pile. Other links, what we've got, we have 1 Underclock just because it's generic and it's 2, 1 Decode just because it's more or less kind of generic and it's 3, 1 YUGIOH just because if you combine a tag out Ritual Beast and an ambush, you can make this, put them in the graveyard, draw 4, and then like you can draw into an ambush or draw into more plays, which is good. And Borload for the same reasoning, if you do ambush via tag out, then you can get Borload. And the other 2 cards in the extra are 1 Babushka, just because it's probably the only decent rank 4 apart from Tornado Dragon, but and then Black Rose just in case you get Ghost Ogre and a level 4 on build. This happens a little bit more because you run E-Telly, so you can use it to like break the board and things like that, but it's just a nice option if it's there. Do you want like a combo or anything?
If you've got a combo on it, so
sure.
Show something that's... So obviously the first round it was budget, so he didn't have obviously the Borrello, the Sarudra and that, but then when it got more competitive he's put that stuff, those cards in, and it's obviously helped the deck out. It's a very, very fun deck and it definitely works quite nicely, and it's nice to see decks like this come back into the Link format so that they weren't just killed and gone. So now Tom's going to take us through a 3-card combo?
It's two or three, like you can swap it out. So
excellent. So
we'll go through the 2 monster one. So it used to be better opening up Elder with Cannonhawk, but now it's actually better because of the Link to open up this one with it. But you can do a similar combo with Cannonhawk, but it's just less complicated. But we'll go through this. So your normal this gets Rampengu, and you're going to trigger Rampengu's effect. And what you're going to do, you are going to pretty much banish one of these and send the Apelio, and that's going to go to your graveyard. So we'll just say this is banished, this is grave. So then what you're going to do, you're going to contact into Cannonhawk straight away.
I'll show you stuff.
I might get this wrong, so just cut it if I get this wrong. Because I can never remember fully. Literally, right, yeah. So you make the Cannonhawk and you're instantly going to play the effect. So the way that this works, if you're not sure, you can chain the search effect and the tag out effect with each other. So when you target your 2 cards that you want to return to the graveyard to search, and you chain the tag out effect, you only have to put one of those targets back, because then you can special the other. So for instance, if I use the effect, and I target Ulti Apelio and Rampengu to return to the grave, then I chain Cannonhawk and put it back in the extra. Ulti Apelio will be returned to the graveyard, and these 2 will be summoned, and you'll still get the search because you still met the requirement. So with that, what you're going to do, you're going to search yourself, probably a Lara. You can search yourself either Lara or you can search yourself Zephyr. Doesn't necessarily matter. I prefer Lara just because if this gets Ghost Ogre, you can't get it back. So we'll say Lara for now. You're going to then use a Rampengu effect again, because it's once per turn, not a hard once per turn, and you're going to banish yes, this is banished, there we go. Ulti Command Focus and send probably Winder to the graveyard. So now you summon these, so you can't summon these again, but these are both fresh, you haven't used these. So you're going to link these 2 into the graveyard to summon out your Falcus. And with Falcus, you're going to basically banish the Winder to get your additional normal summon, which will be your Lara. Lara's effect is going to trigger and summon out Apelio, and Apelio is going to activate the effect and banish whatever you probably need. Probably best to do the Beast to get back. You're then going to make Cannonhawk again. Cannonhawk's going to activate the effect now to tag out. No, not tag out, sorry. So. Oh yeah, no, you can. So you're going to play the effect to tag out, so put anything back in the grave, and you can summon out these 2 with the effect and get a search of Steeds, or Ambush. We'll go with Ambush first. The good thing about Winder to note as well is that Winder is treated as a Ritual Beast and a Ritual Beast Tamer, so she can be both part of the fusion, which is quite good, and that's why she's also really good apart from being a really good floater. So then what you're going to do, you're going to make this back, and you're going to make Cannonhawk again. So, it depends how ballsy you're feeling. Like, if they haven't stopped you by now, you're probably fine to do this. So just put, you can't summon anything else back, so put back the Apelio and, say, a Lara back into the graveyard. You're not going to tag out with this because you can't, but you are going to be able to search your other trap, which is Steeds. And then you've got 2 traps, Cannonhawk that can tag out. You can basically get a combination if you do this of 4 monsters on the field, 4 monsters on the field, be able to pop 4 cards, and you've got a floater, you've got something that boosts attack, and that's only with 2 cards. So yeah, it's really cool. But that's it.
It'll be very powerful.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you know, nice little combo there. If you do need to slow it down, by all means do so. But it kind of shows you the ins and the outs of the deck. You play both Tamer and Pengu at 3, is that right?
So Pengu you play at 2. Which Tamer?
The one that started off the combo.
Oh, Elder. Elder you play at 3.
Elder play 3, and you've got how many ways can you get to Elder or get to the cards you need to?
That's the only annoying thing about the deck, is that there's no inherent way to search before, because like it's not a full-on competitive deck. Like the way that it was, you just kind of got to draw them. There are loads of ways to do the combo or variants of the combo to search, But to do that combo, unfortunately, you do just have to open up Elder. That's why with Gold Sark, say you've got Elder and like say a Ritual Beast that's not the Penguin or whatever, you can Gold Sark the piece that you need. So again, you can use Gold Sark to manipulate your Banish Zone to kind of get the pieces that you need. Yeah, so I mean, bear in mind this isn't going to be like a sort of Zodiac level of like consistency deck or anything like that. It's Ritual Beast. It's pretty dated, but like it's got some cool stuff to do. But yeah, to answer that question, yeah, you just sort of need to see Elder. Yeah.
Excellent. But thanks for that, Tom. Well done on topping both events of it. It's a very, very fun deck. Like we said, it can be made budget and be very, very powerful, and it can also be made highly more competitively by putting a bit more money into it. And it will definitely catch people by surprise because it's not wildly known at this moment in time. But thanks for that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Till next time, guys, as always,
Happy Dueling!
What's up, YouTube? Thanks for watching that video. I hope you liked it.